Bonjour la classe et bienvenue à leçon 17. So we are now at the end of semaine 4, week 4. And so we're going to finish off with our weekend chat. So you will need the Google form today to follow along with what we're doing. Today I'm going to give you some direct instruction, direct like input through listening to me speaking in French. And you also will need the weekend chat PDF. If you are working from home, then you're just going to use that as a resource to help you in your writing. If you are in person, then just so you know, the people who are in person, we're going to be using it for writing and to help us with speaking. So that's where we'll annotate. If you're at home, you don't need to annotate anything. Okay, so I've run out of jokes from our current students, which is fine, except if you know some, give them to me. But this is from a former student, so you need to read that number in French and then see if you can understand what it's saying. It's a play on words. Okay, now I've given you a second to think about it. What is this word, class? It's the word 17. Okay, now say it. Sweet, sweet deception. Voila, sweet, sweet deception. Okay, this is more where that came from. So, on you go. Aujourd'hui, by the end of class, you'll be able to write sentences in French, describe the weekend, what you are doing, how you feel, what the weather will be like, etc., any of those things. And if you are working to advanced level, so my French 3s, for this writing, I want you to push yourself a little bit, so describe in more detail. You have multiple choice options, but I want you at both French 2 and 3 to be writing your own sentences. You can describe my weekend, and then you can describe your weekend. Okay, so no reading workshop for today. We've had our lecture lundi, our lecture mardi. So today we're going to get stuck right into our class discussion. I'm going to be speaking in French to you since you're watching a video. People who are in person with me, you get the opportunity to speak back and participate. But for you at home, I'm relying on your participation through what you write. So be as detailed as you possibly can so I can still get that feedback from you, but in writing. Okay. So you can do the keywords as you go through, as you're listening, but I want you to wait till the end of the discussion to be able to écrire un sommaire en français. Okay, so even really with the keywords, it's useful to wait to the end and we do that in class so that your brain is not trying to like write in English and then you're missing the next thing I'm saying in French. If you are going to write then in that box, then it really is just a keyword. So you hear me talking about one thing, you just write that word real quick. Okay. Not sentences. Here is where you're writing in sentences. Okay, and do this after. So, on you go. Bonjour, comment tu te sens? Alors, classe, moi aujourd'hui, je me sens très contente parce que c'est vendredi. Alors, je me sens très contente. Et toi, comment tu te sens? Tu te sens très contente ou juste assez contente ou juste bien aujourd'hui? Comment tu te sens? J'espère que tu ne te sens pas frustré ou fâché ou super triste. Non. Super triste? Non. Pleure pas. OK, on continue avec le calendrier. Classe, aujourd'hui, c'est vendredi. Oui, comment on écrit vendredi? C'est V-E-N-D-R-E-D-I. Oui, aujourd'hui, c'est vendredi. Hier, jeudi, c'était le 17. Alors, aujourd'hui, c'est le 18. Très bien. Alors, aujourd'hui, c'est vendredi, le 18 septembre 2020. Oui, 2020. Alors, classe, aujourd'hui, je me sens très contente parce que, oh, regarde la sourire, parce que c'est vendredi et demain ou ce soir, C'est le week-end. Le week-end. Excellent. Vendredi, c'est le dernier le dernier jour de la semaine. De la semaine. La semaine, c'est lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, vendredi. 5 jours. Et vendredi, c'est le dernier jour ou le dernier jour. Alors, j'adore le dernier jour parce que c'est le week-end. Alors, qu'est-ce que tu vas faire pendant le week-end? Je vais parler de mon week-end. Écoutez et regardez. Alors, quand ce soir, après le lycée, après nos études finies, après j'ai fini de travailler, le soir, je vais aller à une fête de mariage. Je vais aller à une fête pour célébrer un mariage. Alors, le mariage, c'est passé. Le mariage a pris place pendant la quarantaine. Alors, aujourd'hui, ce soir, vendredi soir, ce soir, je vais aller à la fête de mariage pour célébrer le mariage. Et je pense que la fête, c'est dans une parc. Alors, c'est une fête à l'extérieur. À l'extérieur. En plein air. Et alors, c'est bien qu'aujourd'hui, il y a du soleil et il est un peu nuageux, mais c'est bon pour la fête en plein air, à l'extérieur. Alors, ça, c'est vendredi soir. Vendredi soir. Samedi, je vais, qu'est-ce que je vais faire? Je vais travailler. Je vais faire du shopping. Je vais regarder la télévision. Quand j'ai fini de regarder Criminal Minds, le week-end passé, le week-end passé, j'ai regardé Criminal Minds et moi et John, nous avons fini Criminal Minds. Alors, on a commencé une nouvelle série. Oui, on a commencé une nouvelle série qui s'appelle House of Cards. C'est une série sur Netflix. Alors, nous allons regarder la télévision, Netflix ensemble. Je vais faire du shopping à Aldi comme d'habitude. Comme d'habitude, c'est normal. Le samedi, je fais du shopping. Dimanche, je vais aller à l'église, je pense. Oui. Et après, pendant l'après-midi, je vais aller au lac. Je vais aller au lac à la classe. C'est un lac. Oh, pourquoi ça ne marche pas? Pourquoi ça ne marche pas? C'est un lac. Voilà. C'est un lac. Alors, je vais aller à un lac. Je pense que ça s'appelle Lac Golden. Et c'est un lac avec des amis. Alors, je vais aller au lac avec des amis et passer du temps avec les amis. Dimanche après-midi. Alors, classe, qu'est-ce que tu vas faire? Et toi aussi, est-ce que tu vas aller à une fête fête de mariage, fête d'anniversaire, juste fête en général. Est-ce que tu vas aller à une fête ce week-end? Est-ce que tu vas regarder la télévision? Est-ce que tu vas faire du shopping au supermarché ou au centre commercial? Est-ce que tu vas aller à l'église? Est-ce que tu vas aller au lac pendant le week-end? Alors, dis-moi, tell me. Okay, class, la discussion en français, c'est fini. So pause the video right here, complete any of the keywords that you need to, and then spend a few minutes typing en français, un sommaire en français. Qu'est-ce que Madame Hunter va faire ce week-end? So c'est ce mois, mon week-end. Alors, commence la phrase. Start your sentence with elle, Madame Hunter. Elle va bleu. Par exemple, classe, dis-moi, tell me one thing. Elle va aller. Okay, tell me one place I went to. Oh, going to go to. Elle va aller à une fête. Okay, très bien. So that is one simple sentence for my French 2. French 2, I want you to write a couple more. French 3, I want you to see if c'est une fête de blah, blah, blah. And continue. J'ai parlé beaucoup. So see as much as you can do. Don't worry about perfection in your French. You just were listening. So now I want you to try writing and just formulating it yourself. What did you understand? Okay? So, allez, pause the video, complete that, and then come back. Okay, we're going to skip over this. This is for in-person. And we're going to skip straight to our shared writing. So, réviser, rédiger. So I'm going to type up what we talked about. And then I want you to, oh, I need to create another slide. And then I want you to, in that box, write along with me. So, pendant le weekend. Pendant le weekend. And I'm going to put the date in here so we can start dating these. Aujourd'hui, c'est vendredi le 18 excellent septembre. Ce soir, vendredi soir, je vais aller, so I'm going to write this in the first person like I'm talking about it. Je vais aller à une fête de mariage. Il y a un accent grave, super. Ce soir, je vais aller à une fête de mariage. C'est une fête en plein air. Alors, à l'extérieur, en plein air, ce n'est pas à l'intérieur, c'est en plein air. Samedi, je vais faire du shopping. Classe au supermarché ou au centre commercial? Supermarché, oui. Au supermarché, comme d'habitude. Je vais faire du shopping au supermarché comme d'habitude. Oui, et le soir, je vais regarder la télévision, mais ça, c'est normal aussi, comme d'habitude. Dimanche, je vais à l'église. Pendant le matin. Oh non, je vais changer. L'église, dimanche matin. C'est plus simple. Dimanche matin, je vais aller à l'église. Pendant l'après-midi, Je vais aller, classe, je vais aller à l'océan ou je vais aller au lac? Au lac, oui. Avec qui, classe? Je vais aller au lac avec des amis. Super. OK, je vais faire un peu plus large pour vous présenter. Voilà. OK, so pause on this video. I've just done a brief summary. I want you to type that up into the box for réviser, rédiger. And this is helping you to kind of get your great French sentences, structure, new words, all of that stuff just through copying from me. And that's fine. I really encourage you to keep taking notes aside from this, because when you submit the form, it's gone. So you can also copy down some key sentences from that you want to keep in your arsenal. And when you're ready, come back to the video. Okay, nous allons continuer avec shared reading. So let's read what we wrote together. And I'm going to do this en français and then en anglais, and you're just commenting things that you notice about the language, not what we've written, but how it's written or how it sounds. Okay, so pendant le weekend. Aujourd'hui, c'est vendredi, le 18 septembre. Ce soir, je vais aller à une fête de mariage. C'est une fête en plein air. Samedi, je vais faire du shopping au supermarché, comme d'habitude. Dimanche matin, je vais aller à l'église. Pendant l'après-midi, je vais aller au lac avec des amis. OK? Et je lis en anglais. During the weekend or over the weekend. Today it is Friday, the 18th September. This evening, I'm going to go to a party of marriage or of wedding. It is a party in full air, so outside, in full air, outside. Saturday, I'm going to do some shopping at the supermarket, like of habit. So this is a phrase, as usual. So like normal, as usual. Sunday morning, I'm going to go to the church. During the afternoon, so this is the afternoon, or in the afternoon. Yeah, maybe in English we would say in the afternoon, but this word is during. I am going to go to the lake with some friends. Okay, so go ahead, pause the video and comment in the J'ai remarqué anything that you noticed about the language today. Okay, right before we move on, I just want to talk to you about maybe one thing or two things that I picked up on. Obviously, some things kind of come as phrases. So you might have noticed by now that we have pendant a lot. And we wouldn't really, in English, say during. People might say on the weekends or on this day or like in the afternoon. And so when you come to write yourself, you might be tempted to put dans. Dans, like you might write dans l'après-midi. Or I've noticed some people writing ce l'après-midi, that kind of thing. Ce vendredi. We don't need to do that in French. So if you're going to want to say like in the afternoon, you would say pendant. Like during the weekend, over the weekend, we don't use ce, just pendant. And then you see here how we start Sunday morning. In English as well, a lot of times say on Sunday morning, or on here, this might be better. On Saturday, I'm going to. And so some people in our writing, they're writing ce samedi. No. As you can see from our text, the French don't say ce samedi on Saturday. They just say Saturday, samedi. I'm going to do this. Okay? There's not on Sunday. It's just dimanche matin. Okay, so that's one point that I picked up on from what I've seen from your writing and how we're writing it. So when you come to write about yourself next, and you want to tell me what you're doing on Saturday, don't put ce samedi, just put samedi. If you want to tell me what you're doing on Sunday, just put dimanche. Okay, so practice with that. Don't worry if you're still making mistakes, but guaranteed you'll make less mistakes this time because we're reinforcing that. Okay, so you're almost finished. There's a few multiple choice questions. This is mostly for beginner level, but that could help you with some activities that I didn't talk about that you want to talk about. And then you're going to come down here to where it says C3IA. This is intermediate advanced. So I want you to, all of you, French 2s and 3s, to be answering this question. So décris ton weekend. Describe your weekend. Vendredi soir, samedi et dimanche. All of these count as the weekends. Qu'est-ce que tu vas faire? Avec qui? Où? Etc. So tell me place, with who, everything. And if you feel like you've got a pretty boring weekend, you're not doing much, then this question is for you. Qu'est-ce que tu ne vas pas faire? I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. Use the negative. Okay? So take, I would say, about 5 minutes to do this, to write your best, because you're not here in class with me speaking. So the only way you're going to show me your comprehension and what you can do is through writing in this box right now. Okay, so take your time, complete that, submit the form. Et passez une bonne weekend. Have a great weekend. Passez un bon weekend. Et au revoir.